Class B, State of Washington, no restriction, manual air brake truck. We're going to go ahead and jump in the in-cab here and go through it. Make sure you guys know how to pass the in-cab inspection. This seems to be one of the biggest issues we have in all the different areas. So let's dive in and see if we can get her figured out. Go ahead and make sure that we're always using 3 points of contact when entering the vehicle, right? It's a safety procedure that we like to follow with right treatment. We want to make sure that we ask the people on the passenger side as well. Please enter the vehicle using 3 points of contact, right? So 1, 2, and 3, and that's how we're going to enter. Well, we entered the vehicle using 3 points of contact. We're going to go ahead and shut the door. We're going to start with safety, because safety is important stuff, right? We're going to start with the seatbelt. The seatbelt's not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and it's in good working condition. There's no frays or cuts or anything wrong with our seatbelt, and it latches in and latches out as it should, right? And then we're going to go ahead and go with the red box underneath the seat. The red box, it's a safety box, right? It is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and it's in good working condition. Inside that red box, there's 3 reflective triangles, right? Those are the triangles you set out in case of an emergency. And they are not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and they're in good working condition. Also in that red box, you have spare fuses. And you got to have about a minimum of 6 in there for most states, and they're not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and they're in good working condition too, right? You have a fire extinguisher underneath the dash here. It is, not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, in good working condition, and it's properly charged and rated to this vehicle, and it is in good working condition. And then finally, last but not least, right, we have our safety starts, right? So we have our keys, we have them in our pocket. And what we do is we're going to explain this in a way that you would explain it to like a child or something, right? You want them to understand that you understand your vehicle. You've driven this lots of times and you know what you're doing. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to put it in the ignition like this, and then you're going to turn the key on, right? Key's on, right? We're going to make sure that this truck's in neutral. We're going to make sure that our emergency brakes pulled on. We're going to push on the clutch here, look at the dash. We're going to see the ABS light came on, turned off, letting us know that it functions properly, right? Because if the ABS light comes on and doesn't turn off, then that means that there's something wrong with our ABS system, and that's not a good deal. So we want to make sure that we mention that it turned on and turned off. And then we're going to go ahead and start the vehicle. Now the truck's started and running, and we hear going here. We're going to start with glass. We're going to start with the driver's side. We're going to wrap our way over to the passenger side. So let's start with the driver's side and passenger side mirrors, right? We want to make sure that we let them know that they're adjusted to our liking, that we can see through them when we're driving down the road. They're not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured. They're in good working condition. They're not missing loose nuts or bolts, right? They're not hanging off of the doors. And there's no illegal stickers or any kind of debris on the glass that would stop us from seeing out of those mirrors. We also have driver's side and passenger side windows. Those are not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured. They're in good working condition. Free debris or anything wrong with those at all. Any kind of illegal stickers or anything like that. We can see through them as well. We also have the front windshield. Front windshield's not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and it's in good working condition, free of debris, and all of there are no illegal stickers as well. We're already talking about the windshield, so we might as well hit the windshield wiper. Windshield wipers, windshield wiper assembly, windshield wiper blades are not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and they are in all good working condition. If we move our way down, we're going to go ahead and see the defroster and heating. You want to make sure that you hit both. And you're going to want to check the top and below to make sure that they're working as they should. They're not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and they're in good working condition. Next, we're going to go to our vehicle's gauges. First, we're going to start off with our water temperature gauge located here, working at vehicle specifications, and our oil pressure gauge, which is located here, and it's working at vehicle specifications. We'll move over to our voltmeter located here, reading about 14 volts. In the middle of the console on this truck here, reading at vehicle specifications. And then we also, if you want to, the primary and secondary air gauges, they're running at vehicle specifications. Also, if you want extra credit points here, our DEF fluid tank and our fuel tank is right here. Has enough fuel and definite for our trip today. While we're here, we're going to go ahead and run into our indicator lights. Our left blinker is located here. Right blinker is located here. High beam is located here, hands free. Make sure that you turn your headlights on so that way you can see that. And then last but not least, we're going to go ahead and hit our hazard lights located here and here. They're all working at vehicle specifications. Make sure that you clear everything out, the dash and the indicator lights. Hey, the dash gauges are working at vehicle specifications, all of them, right? And our indicator lights are also working all at vehicle specifications. Now that we finished our gauges and our indicator lights, we're going to test our horn, make sure it works right? Vehicle specifications. And then we're going to check again our primary and secondary air gauges. Our primary and secondary air gauges must run from 120 to 140 psi and stop to let us know that our air governor shutoff is working appropriately. Since we're just sitting here and we just did our gauges and our indicator lights and our emergency brake's on, we're going to go ahead and test our emergency brake. The truck's running, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to stick the truck into first gear and we're going to go ahead and push up against the emergency brake. Let off the clutch a little bit. Truck did not move, and that's letting us know that our emergency brake is working as it should. Next, we're going to test our service brake. We're already in first gear. We might as well pull forward, right? About 3 to 5 miles an hour, and then you're going to go ahead and stop. And once you stop, you're going to notice the truck did not move left or right, indicating anything wrong with tire wear, inflation, brake pads being unbalanced or broken or anything like that, or anything wrong with her suspension. Essentially, we're trying to figure out, does the truck sway back and forth when you hit the brakes? Is there something wrong with the truck when we stop it? We're already in gear, so there's no reason to get out of the truck and set a chalk. Explain to the passenger, your instructor, that this is a manual. I can leave it in first gear, and that way the truck doesn't move when I do the remainder of the air brake checks. You're now going to turn off the vehicle. With our key on the on position and the truck turned off, we can now check if we have any leaks in our system with the leak down test. How you do that is you put your foot on the brake. You'll notice you lose a little bit of air, right? You want to start your time for 60 seconds once you've lost that air. Ask the instructor next to you if you can use your cell phone and count from 60 seconds. And within that 60 seconds, you cannot lose any more than 3 psi, right? What we're checking is to make sure when the truck is turned off, we are not losing air in our system. 58, 59, 60. Within that 60 seconds, we did not lose any more than 3 psi. We're going to check our low air indicator notification system. It's an audible and visual warning that lets us know we're running low on air. It must come on before 55 psi. It usually comes on about 60, but must come on before 55. Once we got to that, we're going to go ahead and go into our emergency spring brake. And our emergency spring brake will pop on from 20 to 45 psi.